Hey Gearheads, today we are looking at a beautiful 2021 GMC Acadia. This particular one was lent to us by our friends at Paul Buick GMC in Tyler, Texas. I will be doing a quick walk around of the interior and exterior of this GMC Acadia with Brady Griffin. All right, Brady, what can you tell me about this 2021 Acadia?
Well, this is the SLT trim level. It also has the Elevation package, which gets you the blacked out emblems, the nice 20-inch black wheels, the black grille and everything up front. Also comes with the technology package, which gets you a lot of the cool tech stuff inside, the blind spot detection, heads-up display, the Bose premium sound system, sunroofs, all that good stuff.
So it's anti-Denali on the outside. It's not blingy, flashy in your face on the outside, but it gives you all the tech and goodies on the inside that you would want.
You're exactly right. You get all the cool features that everybody likes about Denali, but not everybody likes the flashy chrome, so this is kind of more of a modern, stylish version of it.
All right, so I am loving the color on this. What is the official name of this color?
This is Satin Steel Metallic.
It is spectacular. I just love the way that the black accents of the Elevation package really set off in contrast with this. It's not silver. I'm kind of anti-silver. It's, like you said, it's a steel color, and with those black accents, even the black plastic along the bottom really helps set this color off and works well together.
It does.
And I'm loving the anti-bling of this particular Elevation model as well. Don't get me wrong, I like the Denali, especially in the Yukon, but I'm kind of digging the blacked out accents. You pointed them out earlier. You've got the grille, the wheels, the badging, and the mirror caps.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I'm not a big chrome guy. I'm a fan of the blackout packages, and they're becoming more and more popular.
What else kind of sets this apart on the outside for you versus its competition?
The front end, they changed the design of the Acadia in 2019, and they really made the front end aggressive. It looks more like a truck front end with C-shaped headlights and everything. Just a really great looking car.
And made the headlights all LED. You've got LED turn signals and LED running lights. Really liking the mid-cycle refresh on this one. Now, here on Garage Talk, just a few weeks ago, we reviewed the Kia Sorento 3-row SUV, and during that video, we said that this is really the most like vehicle on the market against it. It's going after the same shopper. You've got 3 rows with a very usable 3rd row that we kind of called the bonus seat back there. And with this Elevation package, you get the black wheels, which Kia's been doing lately. And you can even go up to the AT4 package, which we don't have here in front of us, but give you a little bit of that off-road feature. So talk a little bit of some of the other trims that you can get in Acadia.
It starts with SLE. That's kind of your entry level. It still has a lot of good options, backup camera, a lot of that stuff that people like. Then you have the SLT, which is in front of us. The AT4 that you mentioned, that's a great off-road package, and then Denali. So I guess that's 4 total trims.
You pointed it out as we were doing a walk around. You've mentioned it already today, but I'm loving the tech that comes on the inside of this. So why don't you and I hop in real quick and kind of review some of what's going on the inside.
Sure.
GM has really stepped up their build quality. I noted when I first got in it, everything feels premium in here. You've got the soft touch dash. You pointed out the real aluminum trim around in the interior. It's not a bad place to spend some time and to put some miles in.
It's not, and the leather wrapped steering wheel also is super comfortable.
So here we are, Texas summer. The screen says 81 degrees outside. The humidity says otherwise, but I am incredibly grateful. Thank you so much. You turned on the cooled seats for driver and front passenger. That is an awesome feature. I would say even more important than heated seats in this climate.
Absolutely.
So that is a plus, going back to the fact that it's like a Denali on the inside when it comes to tech and the features that you want. We've got USB-A, USB-C up front here to not only charge your devices, but to interface with the touchscreen. What's the measurement on that? Is that 8-inch touchscreen?
That is a 7.8, I believe.
Okay, 7.8. As near as makes no difference, but very responsive screen. I was messing with it earlier.
It is.
And I mean, you swipe through it, it's just as fast as a smartphone as you go from page to page. I don't have CarPlay plugged up, but anyone who's messed with anything on CarPlay knows how great a system they have there. You were noting it's got 4G LTE built-in Wi-Fi. For how many devices can you hook up?
Up to 7.
Up to 7 devices. So this vehicle seats 6. You can have a bonus person in
Exactly.
there. But nice connectivity so that you're never completely stranded when it comes to technology.
Sure.
And I'm just going back to all the materials in here. You've got a stitched little leather pad for your knee on the center console here,
Sure.
which is really nice. You've got a very generous center console, and then everything seems to be very well placed. Very large dials with the readout for driver and passenger temperature control, where you can sync them if you don't want to. Now, I see just below the climate controls, perhaps the most controversial thing about the restyle of the Acadia. They ditched the gear lever in favor of what is now becoming a GM industry standard in the push button pull lever gear selector. So in General Motors' mind, if it means that you're coming to a stop or staying still, it's a push button. If it sets the vehicle in motion, you have to pull it so no one accidentally bumps it. What has been your take and your conversation with customers about this new gear selector?
Well, you're absolutely right. It's been controversial. Not everyone's super excited about it at first. Takes a little grace period of getting used to. I still jump in them and start reaching for a gear shift in the center console sometimes. But it is really convenient. It cleans up this center console, this huge compartment you were talking about earlier with the USB ports and everything. A lot of good storage there. Another big thing, it's a small thing, but people are a big fan of the side-by-side cup holders versus the
fore and aft
right.
cup holders.
So you never get your drinks confused. Like I said, it's a small thing, but that is something that customers are a big fan of.
And then there's this huge cavernous space that reminds me of what minivans are doing now underneath the console, where you can, I'm thinking of my wife, she could stuff a purse or a bag.
Exactly.
And it's not in the footwell, it's not in your way, and it allows you to set off on your way. So all in all, a really nice interior, nice place to be, easy to access start-stop button. I'm loving the digital display on the dash, so it's a nice combination of digital and analog. Mm-hmm. You've got, what is that, 8-inch infotainment screen. Going back to what I said earlier, it really is almost a Denali in here. I'm sure it's missing just a few things, probably a wireless charging pad and some other things of the Denali, but you're not really sacrificing much in here.
You're not.
All right, this is a family vehicle. How does it work when you put people in other seats besides the front? I would say, so Brady had it set for him up front. I'm quite comfortable here in the second row. Plenty of legroom to spare, and just in case, I can slide forward and back here. So full range of motion there. It's got a nice recline feature, so I can get fairly comfortable here in the second row. We've got heated seats on this model, 3-mode heated seats. I've got my temperature controls back here. I've got a household style plug and one USB-A and one USB-C plug back here. And I've got a very nice pull-out console with cup holders and a little storage tray underneath the center console from the front. So that's a nice little bonus feature. And fold down armrests. Like I said, it's very comfortable back here. You've got cup holders built into the doors. So there's definitely storage back here for all kinds of nooks and crannies for you to enjoy and bring along with you on any type of road trip. But the ultimate test is going to be the back seat, and how does that feel? All right, so for the rear seat, I'm actually going to come around to the passenger side, because on the passenger side of the vehicle, this has actually got a feature where you can have the child seat in place and still tilt and flip the seat forward and get into the third row. So climbing in, sitting back here, pull the seat in place, and it's not a bad place to be. I've got plenty of leg room. Like, I'm not gonna volunteer to ride back here, but it is not a penalty box by any means. There is one USB-A plug on the driver's side back here, so there is power options back here. And like I said, it's a two-person seat. There's only seat belts and room for two back here, and it's split folding, but I'd say it's a fairly comfortable place to be, and definitely good for having a couple extra people in a pinch. An adult could ride back here on a long road trip and not suffer. So I'm not complaining. It compares very favorably to the Kia Sorento on our channel. All right, gearheads, we have a power lift gate back here in the back. And it is actually height adjustable from the driver's door. There's a little knob. You can set it to 3/4 or half height for if you're worried about a low garage, or if, like my wife, you're 5 foot, maybe you can't reach this button to close it. You can adjust that knob and it'll never go above that height. Back here, you've got some nice storage hidden underneath the rear shelf here. And then you've got a 50-50 split rear seat here that is very easy to flip and fold down. And then from here, you can actually pull some levers and fold all the seats flat. And now you've got a nice cavernous load floor to throw in whatever you need to haul for any length of time. And then when you're done, ready to go, you can actually pull the rear seats up super easy and quickly, and you're good to go. Flip the second rows up just as easily, and you're off. All right, gearheads, what's under the hood? First, I want to say, love that it has a prop rod built in, a strut tower, so you don't have to worry about it. But this is GM's tried and true V6. It's 3.6 liter V6, dual overhead cam, mated to a 9-speed transmission. Now it does come with that controversial gear selector, but within time, I do believe you will adapt to that quite well. Does it have enough power to haul all the stuff and family around? And paired with that 9-speed transmission, you're not going to be wanting for much power in this. It's got plenty to get up and go, and then you've got decent fuel economy for the road ahead. All right, Brady, I have not seen anything that I don't like on this Acadia. The transmission gear selector might be the only thing I would put maybe in a con column of this, but I'm loving the elevation package. I'm loving this color. I'm loving the black accents. I'm loving the tech on the inside. I'm sure y'all are loving seeing them go off the lots.
Sure.
And if you are interested at all in an Acadia like this one, or any of the other vehicles they have here on the lot, come see Brady Griffin over at Hall Buick GMC here in Tyler, Texas. And if you want to know a little bit more about what's going on in the auto industry as a whole, we actually talked to his boss on our podcast. Head on over to gtgaragetalk.com, click on podcast, and you can hear everything about what it is like being a dealer in this current situation. But yeah, until then, I guess we will say adios. I really do. I like that one a lot.